Hey, what's going on, guys? So we actually have an Evil Twin Unchained deck review to actually do, and this is going to be pretty spicy. So of course, before you start, man, if you want to submit your deck list for a deck review, all you have to do is go on the Discord server. Link will always be in the description box below, and then you go on to the channel Decklist Submissions. You post your deck list, preferably as a YDK file, otherwise it's going to be too much trouble for me, especially if there's a card that I don't even recognize. This is going to make my job even harder or impossible. So if you want to kind of have like a guaranteed or much higher chance of you being reviewed, please send me the YDK file or like the DB link, because I can download the YDK file anyways. And also, before you start, for the reminder to like and subscribe, because it motivates me a lot to keep making videos like these. And now let's get into it. So he's actually playing 6 hand traps, 3 of them being Nibiru and the 3 others being Phantasme. Now, I could almost write an essay about Phantasme and how interesting it is, because on paper, it looks like you would really want to play Phantasme because there's now Dragon Link that's always... Dragon Link! Oh my... Wait, Dragon Link actually Link summons? Okay, yeah, Phantasme has a lot of good applications, and it's usually really good, but I feel like as long as Eldritch exists, it's kind of hard to play Phantasme and not be... I don't know, man. It's just... I feel like it's risky for no reason. And also, if you Phantasme on turn 1 and your opponent goes into Anaconda and then makes the Dragoon, remember that you're not really giving yourself an extra body, and you're also taking 2400 on top of that. So you're pretty much just going 1-for-1 break even, and you're taking 24, and you're not really dealing with your opponent's threats, on top of it being pretty much completely dead against all back row decks. So Phantasme, I feel like, should actually go into the side deck, but the Troll and Logbird, on the other hand, might actually go into the main deck. So we could actually see a switch here, and I feel like the Nibiru could actually stay there, since you're... Oh, sorry, I actually kind of completely forgot that Ash was there. Yeah, so Ash is obviously going to stay there. Ghost Bell is looking really tempting because it can negate Ice Dragon's Prison, and you already have Dark Ruler for combo decks, so you're pretty much chilling there. And then we're only seeing one of each of the quote-unquote breaks. You can kind of argue that Abominable Unchained Soul could be a 2 of, but the Unchained Soul of Disaster obviously has to be a 1 of. It's not the greatest card to draw. But yeah, no, I really like these ratios. And then another thing that I like is 3 Aruha, but only 1 Sarama, 1 Rakia, because this is kind of like an extender. You can summon it from your hand by destroying a card you control, which makes the trap cards not slow cards anymore. They kind of become a bit like Overflow, how you can destroy it and get your engine going. They're pretty much trap cards that get your engine going, so I really like this, and I really do feel like this ratio is absolutely correct. Keep it like that. Alright, the one thing I don't know if I can really agree on is Backup Secretary, because you're not trying to physically draw this card all the time, because it's only good when you have an Evil Twin card as your normal summon. However, since you're playing Signet Mining, I can kind of see where you're going with this. But the thing with Signet Mining is that more often than not, you're going to have a really expensive discard cost. Well, sand from hand to grave, whatever, actually. But yeah, I mean, I don't really think like Signet Mining should even be played in this deck. So I would cut the 2 Signet Mining, and I would cut Backup Secretary. Yeah, I know it's pretty drastic, but man, you need to have more space in your deck so you can actually afford to play those super aggressive cards. And the Evil Twin cards, I mean, are they really broken? I can understand that if you get stopped on your normal summon, you would want an extender so you can keep playing from there and still make your big Link monsters, but is this really the way to go? If anything, just cut Signet Mining and potentially play 1 or more Backup Secretary, because I also really like the combo with Link Disciple and Link Devotee, where you can make Masquerena, get a mulligan to trade your card in your hand for another one. So if you draw one of the big, like, garbage monsters, well, I mean, this obviously doesn't suck, but this is like a really bad card to draw. Well, you can put it back on the, I think it's the bottom of your deck. And then with your Masquerena, you can make like a unicorn or stuff like that. So pretty nice indeed. But yeah, moving forward, obviously 3 Ash, 3 of each of the Live Twin starters, and then 3 Abomination Prison. Fun fact, this card is not an Evil Twin card, but it's still a card that kind of has the same effect as the other spells and traps, where it's if it's destroyed while being set, specifically, so you can't just activate it and then go like Rocket Tracer pop and then get like the search effect and the special summon from deck effect. Obviously that would have been Happy Land City and the deck would have been tier 0, but no. Abomination Prison allows you to search for any Unchained card, which matters a lot because you can search for Aruha, or if you already have, well, if you already have your trap cards, or if you already have a bunch of monsters, you start searching for your trap card. Obviously, Escape is an interruption, and Chamber, I think that's the card. Yeah, Chamber is just, and you know, a card that allows you to special summon back from your graveyard, which, I mean, can lead to being an interruption if you revive back something like a Abominable Unchained Soul. I can't pronounce this for my life, but yeah. Anyways, 3 Dark Ruler, I love this. 2 Silent Mining, I don't like this. Pot of Avarice, sure, I mean, yeah, I mean, you played the freaking Life Twins, a bunch of hand traps, a lot of cards that go to the graveyard really easily, so even Pot of Avarice, that doesn't really look like it makes that much sense, since it's unsearchable, it is just a random one of, but it's never horrible, so I can understand it. It's kind of like me, how I play my one of Unending Nightmare and Cyber Dragons, because if I draw it, well, I mean, good for me, but if I draw multiples, it becomes, like, kind of clunky and cloggy, and if I never draw it, well, it's not the end of the world, you can still play without him. Monster Reborn, yeah, I mean, this card revives back even your opponent's monsters, which matters a lot, especially when you play a bunch of Link monsters, and by a bunch, I mean 15, so yeah. Called by the Grave, yo, the Eldritch matchup looks like it's a joke, huh? It's super easy. You have so many things to beat Eldritch, and their Conquistador doesn't do anything for your Unchained monsters whatsoever, so yeah, they can't really deal with your cards too much. But yeah, and then the 3 of each of the traps. For the extra deck portion, we have the Mechanite Crusadia Avermax. This is really nice if you summon it with Masquerena. Unchained Abomination in its own deck, finally, it's even better. You can easily trigger the effect to pop an opponent's card on their turn, so this card's really nasty. And then Griffin, Access Code, Unchained Soul of Anguish. This is not as good as the Unchained Soul of Rage, because this allows you to link off, like, during your opponent's turn, so it's an interruption, whereas this is, like, it allows you to keep playing on your own turn. It's great, though. It's not bad, but usually you're making Unicorn during your opponent's turn, so it ends up being like a double interruption in a way. And then we have 2 of each of the Life Twin Blinks. Sorry, Evil Twin. I call them Evil Twin, and then them Life Twins. I'm pretty pathetic, man. Gotta get my shit together. Anyways, Masquerena, Link Disciple, and Link Devotee. That's it for the main deck and extra deck. For the side deck, we have the 3 Lancia. This should actually be the 3 Phantasme, so we could actually main deck the Jewel instead. And like I said, maybe potentially cut the 2 Ghost Sided Mining, so you can play 2 Ghost Bells that would protect you from a bunch of things, even Called by the Grave on your monsters trying to special summon from the deck. I feel like it matters so much more than you might actually believe. But yeah, Harpy's Feather Duster, Double Cyclone. Ooh, Dimensional Barrier. That's a good one, man, especially in this deck. You can also play different Dimension Ground and Artifact Package, although, yeah, I mean, you can destroy your own Scythe, so that could make sense if you're trying to go first, but yeah, I mean, that's definitely pretty respectable, I feel like. And then Imperial Order, really nasty one. Even your spell card, you don't need to actually resolve it, so you can just destroy it and still get full value off of it. Beautiful. And Solemn Judgment. Judgment, on the other hand, I don't think I'm a huge fan, because there is no actual Floodgate that you're trying to protect. So what are you really going to Judgment? Like, evenly? I don't know. Maybe there is something that I'm missing, but overall, this deck list is just very nice. The changes that would actually bring aren't, like, the biggest changes. They are very small details, but again, we're actually looking at the small details, so I'm going to recap. The Phantasmes shouldn't actually be there, they should actually be here. The Jewel should actually be there instead, and then the Silent Mining should just not be played whatsoever, potentially, and then play 2 Ghost Bells, and then the rest just looks pretty fine to me. And in the extra deck, I don't think I would change a single thing. I don't understand the logic behind Griffin, but there definitely has to be a reason for that. I just can't really see it. And for the side deck, I would just probably replace Solemn Judgment with something else that is a bit more just high impact in a way. You can argue that Dimensional Barrier is also good going second, so that's why I'm not going to bitch too much. But yeah, really nice deck list, really nicely done, my friend. You did a great job, and thank you guys for watching this video. Don't forget, of course, man, of course, to like, subscribe, check out the Discord server, all the beautiful package, and I will see you next time. Peace.